Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We are back for another round of Race Factory Gaming Motocross. We're at High Point, presented by JZ Media Co. Sorry to anybody who was actually bummed that we missed the pro portion of the National. Yeah, just last minute stuff. Wasn't able to make it happen. So, unfortunate, but we're here this week. And just before racing gets started, we got about 5 minutes until consies start. So let's get a quick event breakdown here. We got our top 10 as far as qualifying goes. Here in 250s, we got Connor Smiley, Cole Puckett, Felix Hogg, Lucas Stretchy, Dylan Gatlin, Brody Fry, Dre Edwards, Riley Clapp, Gage Brown, and Freddie Grove. Some 211s, 212s, and 213s inside your top 10 at 211 flat. So only surprisingly with the 211 flat, only 3 guys running inside the 211s, and then it jumps immediately to the 212s. So Crummett, I'm P28 and quali. What are we doing, Crummett? My goodness. We will though take a quick look into 36, see who gets the last spot in. So actually, I think it's 35th, if I'm not mistaken, and then 36 back goes into the consi. So Calvin Pearson, George Cook, Colby Gilsdorf, Bjorn Viney. Welcome back, Viney. Some more AMs for him. That's interesting. And Donovan Keltner. Who would have thought? 250s also kind of interesting, as I thought he had told me 450s for him. But going into 450s, though, we have Ryder Bednar, Brendan Kelly. Brendan Kelly on the Yamaha dyno. How about that? P2 in quali. Nicholas Hewitt, Ashton Moore, Ryder Carnine, Isaac Moyle, Colton Adams, Alex Cunningham, Tristan Judd, and Jack Smith is your top 10 just outside top 10. Race host, Luke Scheffler. How about that? And again, going to those final spots, Caden Millar is going to get it. Kyle Reich, Kobe Booby, Aaron Cottrell, Hogan Mims, and Matt Bauer. So, doesn't look like we have Carnine in the 5th this week. So Carnine, good for him to be into the motos last week. Not good for Ryder Carnine, and that especially reflects as we take a look here at the points standings. Tristan Judd coming back in will have the red plates on that RMZ. So how about that? The 135 will be looking good out front, hopefully, if he can get himself there, but he's got some fierce competition with Ryder Bednar just 1 point down in this championship. So the 165 on the Honda right there. And Ryder Carnine, after a really rough week, 19 down. Not out of it, but definitely put himself in a serious deficit. And then a pretty big jump down to Colton Adams, Ashton Moore. Brendan Kelly, 57 down. He's got a battle with Eli Block here for 6th currently. And then take a look at 250s. Felix Hogg, 7 over Tyler Valentine. Valentine, I have his skins this week, thankfully. So Emil Bergfist, Josh Crummett, Dylan Gatlin, Connor Smiley, Will Clark, Bryce Lizarraga, Brody Fry, and Lucas Stretchy. They got bumped? Dude, I just downloaded his skins. Oh, fuck, man. How did Emil get bumped, but your points leader didn't get bumped? Someone explain that one to me. That doesn't make sense. That's... Oh, and Colton Adams not racing tonight. Fucking Jesus. So, interesting. Huh. 122 points, by the way. Got to put some respect on Felix Hogg for the 122. Well, 4th in points. That'll bump more up. And yeah, Chef, if can we get the AMA director in here? Because I need direction on that. That's crazy. But let's jump into the server here. I do have some music playing. If it gets distracting, just everyone let me know and I'll turn it off. I don't know how noticeable it will be over the bikes. I'm hoping the bikes will be louder. I just am also hoping that the sound doesn't completely fuck itself this week. That's a whole separate thing that I've been worried about since it happened. See, but the issue with Felix was he shouldn't have won. Or no. Did he let Emil win Hangtown, or did Emil let him win Hangtown? Crummett, I think I downloaded everything that I had this week. I'm 90% sure. I'm not entirely. I've gotten as much as I've been given, so everything I got is what it is. Crummit, if you message me separately or send it to Jay Z like during the week or some point, it probably got to me. I hope I would have it. Do you know what it's named? Actually, I can take a look and see if I have it downloaded. But again, I apologize the for not streaming Wednesday, and then definitely definitely last week was interesting with Jay-Z back in the booth. Don't think Jay-Z wanted to be there though. OMMX. Not sure. Hmm. I have or something FXR and Briggs FXR. Kermit, I don't know if I have your stuff here, man. Trying to see if I can go in and search it by name. I got sent something back on the 1st. That doesn't work anymore, so yeah. Only thing Crummit wise I had, Josh, was from 6-1, and I do not currently. That got deleted, whatever it was. But all right, we have UID grab here. It was today. I didn't get anything today personally. Did you drop it in Jay-Z's thing or send it to Jay-Z? I got something that was bike for Jay-Z's stream and gear. I don't know names. I just get forwarded everything, so a lot of times it's pretty up in the air as far as all that goes. Because I don't know who exactly sends everything. It's all just forwarded from Jay-Z to me. Okay, that is yours. Cool. Cool. Good to have that. So, thoughts on the track this week? Anybody got input? I think this is the worst track on the circuit, just as a track, not even the way it's built in Sim. Just I hate this track. Yeah, Maverick, I downloaded whatever was in the Discord today, so should have majority of everything. Anything that was sent after I pretty much started the streamer at 5:30, it's just not happening. But typically, if I can have everything before 5, that's ideal. Anything after 5, pretty much, I'm either busy trying to get stuff done before I start the stream, and it just becomes a lot, you know? I enjoy this, but my God, it's gonna be a long 3 hours. But who in here thinks AMA pulled the red flag for Jet to win? Anybody? Any conspiracy theorists on that one? Jet only won the overall after he passed AP. They went and let AP pull in the pits even. I mean, they took a big gamble. AMA does not want AP to win. Hot take. Not a true hot take, but it's a hot take. Also, I just want to give a big shout out to Jay-Z for letting me do this. As much as I love having Jay-Z here in the streams with me, it's nice to be able to do this. I enjoy it. Just I like talking, so this very much helps. Typically during the actual pro races, I'm trying to say my own shit over James or Weege, which a lot of times say the same thing. Shout out James with the crown molding, and Weege also crown molding reference for the last couple weeks. Definitely doing better than RC. Come on, let's load in, man. This is a Conci. Get us in here. Also, I don't know what the fuck is playing right now, but this is ass. Just a whole lot of non-copyright music right now, so forgive me. Oh my god, this is really taking its fucking time here. Crazy. Yep. Moyle, we're here again. We're solo in the booth. You know, and that's okay. Whether people like it or not. Did I turn down my settings? I mean, this is taking a long time for no reason. We're gonna disconnect, reconnect. If Scheffler's paying attention, he'll know. And know to restart it right about now. So who do we got in this real quick? Stretchy, Gatlin, Nygren, William, Ambrose, Wasendorf, Burris, Cook, and the rest. 250 Conci will be on the line. I don't... Are we just going straight into motos? Are we doing motos? Does anybody know what's going on here? Trying to... We got 20 minutes on the clock. Is this the moto? 44 riders. This is 250 Moto 1. Revs are up, gates down. Gotta change that. Wow, so Will Clark with the hole shot in front of Felix Hogg. Hogg's going to take the lead. Clark goes down hard into turn number 2. But up the inside, it looks like Hogg's got Stretchy right there. How about that? Lucas Stretchy on the Impulse Club machine. Number 329, giving Hogg a little bit of a battle, but Hogg jumping down deep down the hill. 96, going to take your race lead. Try and check out here. Stretchy, Heckman, William, Grove, Fry, Heinzelman, Hassel and Clapp go by him. Cole on the Twizy machine. Ambrose, Josephson, Clark, Burris, Alvarado. And that is Chucky Nygren. He made it into the motos after a lot of talk with him this week. He said he's been so close. He's been both 5th, 6th, and 7th in the Concis. Round 4, he's in. Chucky Nygren, Kilmick, Gatlin, Heinzelman, Derek Jones, George Cook, Wasendorf, Culbertson, Clapp, Will Hoyt, Crummett, Hubbard, Viney, Bjorn Viney, John Matthews, Zaneman, Ian, Monty, Edwards, Lorenz, Hamilton, Fisher, Tristan, Bratch gets into Pearson, Gilsdorf, Ramirez, Mike, and Donovan Keltner, Somersville. Wow, Donovan, what a DK. Come on. But up front, Felix Hogg leads this thing with Colton Heckman actually closing up on him. And William on the Twizy Yamaha running in P3. So here we go, about to complete our first lap, and the Twizy machine gets around Heckman. So change of position here early, but out front it does not matter. The number 96 is trying to just get away from everyone and everything that could potentially derail this moto for him. Off to a really good start, and I mean, losing a guy like Valentine who can fight for this championship is very detrimental. So up to a lot of these guys to step it up and take that spot over. So Connor Smiley on the Evolve Yamaha. Take a look at him. Wow, we have 44 guys in this moto. We just let 44 guys go. More power to him. Luke Scheffler, your race host. Very laxed here today. Let's see if we can find a battle. We do. It's going to be Brody Fry and Freddie Grove here on the downhill. Let's see if Fry on the Phil's machine can hold off. I'm now realizing why Carter did in fact send me the Phil stuff. I was not prepared for there to be a Phil's AM. That's news to me. So Brody Fry right behind Heckman, and then Heckman right behind William, and William actually going for the lead on Hog. These two are fairly close. Gap is within a second. Down the hill, back up. The number 238 running Cade Matherly skins because Tyson Johnson cannot get skins done. Guy has time to go ride a bike but can't make bikes for his team. Horrible team owner. Priorities, man. Priorities. And we might have a pass here between Heckman and Fry. Fry looking down the inside here. This next corner. Heckman closes off the line. Executes that perfectly. Going to hold off for third once again. But here we go. Down the inside is Fry. Let's see if he can get the drive. Maybe not ideal on the 250s. Still got the inside here. Does he make it work? Man, these guys are going side by side. But it looks like Heckman's going to hold on as William goes down on the downhill. Fry's going to move into third. And who was that? That was Freddie Grove down. So that's another Twizy rider into a top 5 spot. That's Cole on Twizy. Another Cade Matherly wannabe. T-John, if you're in here, please. Please, for the love of God. Hey, 13 viewers, we'll take it, man. We're here for the AMs, you know? Gotta get these boys on stream. If possible, Fry, what a move around the outside. Closes off the line on Heckman. I think he missed that line a little bit. Just came in way too hot. Had to go out one more line and may look a little greasy, but no harm, no foul. Neither rider went down. Did cost Heckman a little bit of time. Allow Cole to close back up on the rear tire. Cole gets the RC double. RC tunnel double. Oh, little sideways there. This downhill really treacherous for these guys. Can get the rear end high and just, you're screwed at that point. You're going downhill. You can't have the rear end kicking up on you. So you go over to the bars. Ain't nobody like that. William, Freddie Grove, Ambrose, Wasendorf, Smiley, Kilmick, Derek Jones. Looks like he got that Dr. Do ride. How about that? Is that Dr. Do? I feel like that's Dr. Do. Gotta be. Hassel, Zaneman around the outside on the Suzuki. Is he going to get the move? Up to the inside. Got it. How about that on the Glusta Yamaha? Zaneman makes that pass stick. We got Josephson right here, and Chuck. Chuck went down. Not good for Chuck. Bjorn Viney, the number 53. Crazy cranked. Is it crazy? No, it's just crazy. Jace Burris. Steesco. Stees? Didn't know he started his own team. George Cook, Josh Crummett. Crummett, we got his skins. And Chucky, I think that's Chucky down again. Oh my God, he's going to crash out any minute. Let's get our JZ Media Co. rider to watch on screen. Donovan Keltner. I'm waiting for his name to cross across the top of the screen because I'm not putting in much effort past that to figure out where he's at right now. All right, we might have to. 40th. Wow. So technically would be dead last in any other moto. But is out here putting on. Running the Boots House Kawasaki with the Taco Bell Fox Racing gear. Just wanted to get the Monster Energy sponsorship, I guess, on the Muck Off Boots House Cowie. But back up front, Brody Fry is leading this thing. I am so sorry. I missed a lot. Felix Hogg has moved back into 6th. He is outside the top 5. So your points leader looking to make the move around Connor Smiley here. Depends how good he could get this corner. Stands it up in the rut. Cannot get the spot. And actually will lose time to Connor Smiley, who is chasing down Colton Heckman right in front of him. So Heckman on the SYS. I think they're on Yamahas. I mean, they were on Yamahas for the longest time. I know they're running Yamahas for bikes. But here comes Smiley on the downhill. Wow. Charges it down aggressively and closes right back up on the rear end of Heckman. Let's see if he can make the move here in the next couple corners, as he is actually pulled pretty decent from Hogg. Just that downhill alone. He's got the inside here. He got a better run. Smiley executes the pass, moves himself into fourth, had the fastest lap of the race so far. Last lap with a 2:14.4. Fastest man on track out of all of Yamaha. Putting in work here at High Point. So the Yamaha's looking pretty good, as we got William and Cole running 2 and 3, but Brody Fry on the Phil's machine, number 153, is out front running Carter's gear. So, but putting in good work here is the 153. Looking good at High Point. A lot of these tracks, they're all similar, but so different in their own ways that these breakout rides can really happen for anybody at a moment's notice. So for Brody Fry, this is good to be out front right now, leading this thing in front of a field that, I mean, these guys have all led laps so far this year. It's been pretty mixed here and there between who's more consistent. And I mean, the Twizy guys, they've been riding really well, but consistency has not been their forte so far. And we're just about halfway through this moto. We got another minute left until the halfway point, but Smiley closing up quick here on William, and Hogg is now into fifth. So your points leader looking to try and extend the gap in the championship, the 96 inside the top 5, but Connor Smiley once again with the fastest lap on track, a 2:13.5. And Hogg ran his personal best of a 2:15. So that just shows you how much faster Smiley is on this track. He is feeling the flow on the Evolve Yamaha and looking to try and make his way into the top 3. Get some double digit, or not double digit, but at least, 2 points to 3 points ahead of everyone behind him. So he is really good at that downhill, just charging it really aggressive. Let's see if he can get close here. This part of the track has been absolutely ideal, and he is pretty much on the rear tire here of William. Here he goes, up the inside. Beautiful textbook pass. Connor Smiley is into third. The number 75 making his way up, and just up the road is Cole on the Twizy machine. He's got a decent gap, but anything can and will happen here at High Point. But for Brody Fry, still leading this thing. I mean, 2:15.2. Not the fastest guy on track, but he has been riding absolutely consistent up front so far. Again, keys to the race have just got to be stay up. And Hogg, what happened to William? He's back into 7th. Wow. Really dropped off here. Zaneman, Ambrose, Derek Jones. Derek Jones holding down your final spot inside the top 10. So good for Derek. Glad to see him running as well as he has been here this season. Didn't know really what to expect from him, but been putting on really good rides on that Dr. Do Honda. Up the inside even, gonna go for 9th. How about that, making the move around Ambrose. I got Wasendorf behind him, sending it down the hill. Derek Jones on limiter. They got that Honda figured out. Wasendorf, Freddie Grove, Alvarado, Josephson, Crummett. Take a look at Crummett. Haven't really gotten to take a look at his setup. Looking good on the Onyx Motorsports machine. Alvarado on the Glusta bike is down. That's going to allow Hubbard and Edwards to go by. And oh, Viney gets tagged by not Hassel. Oh, I think he just punted Stretchy. Not too happy about them getting together, clearly. George Cook here as well. Heinzelman, Lorenz, Gatlin. Suzuki's looking good. Love the pink gear. White rear ends on the Suzukis this week too. Will look real good if that's what Tristan Judd's running with those red plates. Riley Clapp, we're on Suzukis now. Interesting. Bratch, Clark, Tristan, Still running the #1 red plate. Here is Chucky Nygren, your rider's favorite racer. Nicest guy you'll meet in the pits. Making a couple of mistakes, but oh my God. What more do I gotta say? Back up front, Brody Fry, Cole, and Smiley. Smiley was 11 seconds behind your leader, is now just under 8. We're past the halfway point. This is your reminder. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1K. Tell your grandma, tell your grandma's friends, tell your mom's friends, all the ladies. They love Jay-Z. I mean, I don't know who doesn't. Jay-Z is one dapper man. But the number 75, closing up heavy. And again, running fast lap after fast lap. He had a 2:13.1 last lap. So just the fastest guy on track and the only guy running these times right now. So, Crummett riding like my grandfather. That's crazy. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to all the dads out there. Shout out. We know 90% of us would not be into motocross without our fathers. So, shout out to all the moto dads and just the people that put us in the position to enjoy the beautiful machines that are dirt bikes and this amazing sport that is motocross. But Smiley, let's see what lap he puts around this time by 2:14.4. So second off, almost a second and a half off his fastest, but still a second faster than the guys in front of him. Smiley putting on an Eli Tomac-esque ride here on the 75. And what can we say? Almost like an Eli Tomac-esque kind of situation. If you get the start, how far ahead would he be? But Cole is right there. He's within 3 seconds. So, and there's my boy Cole, Mark, on the RMZ. Looking good. One of our off-season bikes. Actually got his hands. Japan let him test ride our bikes out here, so gonna try and get him screen time if I can, but looks like our cameraman doesn't want to make that happen. He's just in an uncomfortable spot where he's in between the leaders. See how easy the lappers give way here. Smiley following this one in the rut. Here we go over the quad. Oh, Oppo even from the lapper. He knew he was getting screen time. Show off to the crowd. He's pulling over either. He wants Mark. And that is Donovan Keltner down. Getting passed by Mark, who doesn't even have a number on the machine this week. So Smiley up the inside, gonna get around finally the Yamaha, and now has to get around Keltner. Keltner takes himself out. That's not to say it's to be expected, but it's to be expected. Too busy with the women. DK, we gotta put some time into the motos. I feel like she would understand, you know? Priorities, man. Chicks are second to the game. But Brody Fry still in this thing, and this gap has closed for Fry. Cole is right there. See if this Yamaha can put the power down. Get around what I can only assume is a Triumph, considering that is what Phil's is currently running for the season here. But shout out Braden Carter too. This team has had really nice setups so far this year, other than I guess the gases during Supercross. I mean, that would make me leave a team too. But Smiley, man, staying 3 seconds and ran a 2:15 last lap. So that's with traffic though. So Smiley, he's still on the charge, on the prowl. This downhill though, what can he do? Closes the gap a second on the downhill. It's incredible. And then 4/10 around that corner. He is on the charge through this section. This is his best part of the racetrack by far. And then hugging that inside, perfectly executed. But Cole just got to keep his composure. And they have passed Brody Fry. Brody Fry went down. So this is now a battle for the lead. Smiley is into second and has a chance at the moto win with just over 2.5 minutes plus 2 laps remaining. what can the number 75 do? And just a quick check in, your points leader is still in 5th. So Hog got a decent gap to Kilmick here. Klimek? So, Klimek. I don't know, man. Gotta help me out. But Hog, gotta get going. I mean, Heckman, he's got a decent gap there, too. So he's kind of in no man's land. Or not close enough to make an attack on the rider in front of you, but you got a decent gap to the guy behind you. But right now, Lapper's right there with Smiley. Oh my God, I thought he was going to die. That was the 101. Not sure who that is, but... Oh, Smiley, hang on to it. Finally jumping into a rut. Did not hook that last one, so the gap is 3 seconds. Going up and over the triple. Cole leading this thing, under 2 minutes to go. Let's see what happens. Oh, Cole! No way! Smiley gets the lead, but Cole, what a save with the 360. Real Mahomey-like. Those are the kind of plays you only see from Patrick Mahomes. Incredible. Cole saves that one and saves himself a strong finish here and a potential charge back at Smiley. That was incredible. But Connor Smiley putting down a charge all moto, finally into the lead. We got, I would have to say, 3 to go here. Yeah, 50 seconds left. We got 3 laps remaining of the moto. The number 75 is out front. Not quite comfortably, but he's out front. Getting around some more lappers. That's looks like 229 on the Cowie. Getting around. Cole's got to find some spots on the track where it's not too rough, but still fast enough to kind of gain a couple tenths, because at this point in the moto, tenths matter. Anything matters. I mean, you just got to make sure you can get on the rear tire of the guy in front of you or be within striking distance. If a front end tuck happens, you see how easy it is to slide out in certain spots of this racetrack. So Cole riding really well this moto, though. I cannot express that enough, that the Twizy machine has put itself in a very good spot. Cole has ridden exceptional. So a second place, this is a hard-fought second, you know? He has been up here the whole moto. Smiley, though, I mean, just charging and running the fastest lap of the moto, a 2:13.0. Connor Smiley is absolutely on a different level right now on that number 75. So it's good to see the Evolve machine as well up in the front. This is a guy that just has been putting in the work, had some mistakes, kind of held him back from being up in this front group, but Connor Smiley riding really well right now. Exceptional. Oh, Cole, no, tuck in the front after the Carmichael double. Here comes Brody Fry. How much does this close this up? We got 2 to go. If Fry can get a good run down this hill to put him right on the rear tire, but he's got the 101. He's trying to lap. Not quite getting out of the way. He's got to get into one of the lines that is not preferred, especially on a 250, and not going to get around him. So having to look to a lot of these lines that are not ideal for the 250 to get the power down, just because the 101 is not getting out of the way, and that is going to allow Cole just to kind of squeak out a little bit of a gap over Fry. So Klimek still in 4th. Hog, yeah, nothing Hog can do here. He is 13 seconds down from Klimek, just ahead of him. And Heckman has actually closed up significantly here. Heckman ran his fastest lap of the race last lap, a 2:16.4 to Hog, a 2:22. So mistake that lap for sure for Hog. But your points leader, man, You gotta put yourself in the best position possible, and making mistakes is not helping you one bit as they are going around the 172. But Derek Jones, whoa, hang on to it, Derek. Scrubbing the double. Cross jumping. Zaneman on the Glusta Yamaha. Zaneman, is he going to cut across and get the spot? They're going to go side by side over the quad. This is for ninth. As the white flag has come out for our leaders, we're going to get a quick look back to Donovan Keltner, who just tried throwing it over the quad, almost threw himself onto the ground. He is in 35th and getting lapped. So, Mike on the Liv Moss Suzuki. Let's get it, Mike. Shout out. Where is, just real quick, there's Chucky. Holy shit, he almost saved that. That would have been incredible. But Connor Smiley out front. And Brody Fry, what happened to Brody Fry? Wow. 238. Holy, what a lap full of mistakes. Connor Smiley also ran a 2:14.2 last lap. This guy is incredible. If he does not go 1-1 today, I genuinely don't know. But he is riding extraordinarily well. Klimek in third. Hang on to it. Nick Barr. We're just going to call him Nick Barr. Brody Fry chasing down. Again, this is for podium, so 2 points to gain for Brody Fry here. And for Barr, for anyone really, this is just massive as Barr went down, so that's actually massive for him. Not big enough, though, to cost him an extra point with Felix Hogg. Hogg really looks like P5 is his spot here as Heckman went down chasing. Jones, Grove, William. Bummer for William, who was running up front early in this moto, but strong ride for all the Twizy guys this week. As much as I've bagged on him in the past, very strong ride for all the Twizy riders. A good group put together this year by Tyson Johnson, so. But how about this? How about that? Wow. Connor Smiley, just the triple, separating himself from the moto win. Connor Smiley takes 250 moto number 1. Cole on the Twizy Yamaha, looking at a very solid second place, so close to the moto win, chasing in second all moto long. P2 it'll be at the end regardless. Brody Fry, if he can hold on the downhill, looks like he's going to get Barr as these boys lapped up into 27th in a field of 44. So Brody Fry on the Phil's machine comes across in third. Fourth will be Barr and Felix Hogg. Fifth place, kind of all moto other than the start, so a lot of the moto to be running the red plate and sitting in fifths. But always the second moto. Heckman coming across 6th, 7th for Derek Jones. Shout out D Jones. Good ride, man. William coming across 8th, 9th, Freddie Grove. 10th, looks like it'll be Alvarado. 11th, Zaneman. 12th will be a battle between Crummett and Ambrose. But Ambrose has got the inside here. Crummett short on the triple. Ambrose gets it over Crummett. Good ride for Crummett. Edwards, maybe not the ride he wanted for himself. Coming across in 14th. 15th. Looks like it'll be Stretchy or Gatlin. Pretty sure it's going to go Stretchy. Is Gatlin running? No, Gatlin's 134. What number is Tristan Judd? Gatlin across the line for 16th. Gilsdorf, if he can hold on, gets 17th, 18th, Viney. Hubbard, 19th, 20th, Wasendorf. Will Clark, man, lost a couple spots there on that one. 21st will get the final point of the moto. Bratch, Clapp, Tristan, Heinzelman, Cook, Lorenz, Josephson, Will Hoyt, Burris, Nygren, Ian, Pearson, Hamilton, Monty, Mike beat DK. DK, he's coming for your contract, buddy. Settle down. Judd is 130. That's what I thought. Okay. Culberson, Ramirez, Fisher, Somersville, Matthews, Lizarraga, and myself. Good moto. Not bad. Pretty uneventful, but some good racing. Really impressive what your number 275 Connor Smiley did that moto. That was incredible. The laps he put in, the consistency he had. I was just about to look at consistency. Damn. Bum deal. But really impressive out of Connor Smiley for that moto win. Congratulations to him. And let's hope to bring it on to moto number 2. Load in for the 450 moto. We have no Conti this week. Very interesting. Very lax program. How many guys do we have in here? 40. We got 40, so. But K-Rob, Jenkins, Archer, Cottrell, Estes, Nitz, Ray, Chef, Akers, Judd, Rogers, Paleologos, Quigley, Stonier, Raffiani, Jaski. We got the boys in here, so see who can come out on top. Hopefully this is a good moto. See what we can experience here. 450s have not disappointed so far in the AMs this year. I will say that much. The 450s has been a very interesting class to watch. So hopefully High Point can make for some good racing. The downhills, I mean, just depending how hard you want to send it, it's a make or break. I mean, Smiley kind of proved that in that moto. To go fast, you just got to be willing to let loose a little bit and go further than the next guy. But Bednar, Ryder Pietro, that's a name I haven't seen in a minute. Ryder P, back in it. He'll be on the line. Fact Jowler. And we actually loaded in quicker than we did for 250s, which is crazy. So, Freddie Grove in chat. We had some battles out there. Yeah, dude. Every time I kind of look back, there were definitely at least 2 guys battling for position. So, you guys, 250 motos, really good. So, here we go. 450s, though, on the restart for moto number 1. All right, here we go. Who do we watch? I feel like we got to go Tristan Judd with those bright red plates. Pink gear on the Suzuki. Revs are up, ladies and gentlemen, and the gate's down. Wheeling off the gate, the 135 trying to get the power down to the ground, but up the inside. That is a clear hole shot from Aaron Cottrell. The 117 cut everybody off and then slides out and goes down. Tags a couple other riders, and that puts Tristan Judd on the Suzuki. The GHCI Suzuki out front. Whoa, Judd. Man, just as I talked about it too, got to send those downhills, and he had no problem doing it here on the opening lap. He wants to create a gap, check out, and be able to cruise. He's a lot like Ken Roczen, I'd have to say. He has got that early sprint speed and then can kind of tame it down, but you are not going to be able to tame it down here this moto because you have Ryder Car9 right behind you. He might be 19 points down in this championship, but he is not going to let this thing go until the end. Judd went down. Judd is down early, and that is not good because of all the guys that are going to go by him right now. Where does that put him getting up? Judd will come out 8th, so still inside top 10, but not good. Tristan Judd is allowed Ryder Car9 up into the front. Tyler Jaski, K-Rob. Austin Rogers slides out. That's going to allow Stonier to go by. Oh, we have Stonier's gear. How about that? And Ryder Bednar. Bednar now looking at the points lead. The number 33, if he stays here, would have the championship lead going into Moto number 2. So serious points implications. If you are Tristan Judd, you have got to get on the attack and start charging. And that is not the way you want to do it. Having, who was that? That was Jack Fowler, almost going around him. Rider down there. Jorgensen, Pietro, Moyle, Cunningham, Riordan, Rabius, and there's Rogers Briggs. But back out front, Ryder Car9 leads this thing. Jusky has got Bednar right there. Bednar looking for as many points as he can get and trying to do it early here in the moto. Jusky got to close off the insides. He's not going to do it. Bednar, he's going to push him out wide. Gets the spot, the number 33 with ease. Temecula Honda is into P number 2. So now, I mean, it's not detrimental to him to go for the lead. But regardless, you do not want Ryder Car9 gaining any points on you. It's a 3-point swing. When it's, what, I believe 18 between the two. So 15 points if they finish the moto like this. Car9 is up to a 6.5 second lead already. After the, we're a quarter of the way into lap 2 here, so Car9 riding really well, getting some more time on the track. No Loretta qualifiers for him this week. Stonier, and here is Judd. Tristan Judd is in 5th, going for 4th right now on Chad Stonier. And gonna go around the outside, went the long way. Oh, Judd, looks like he avoided Bednar. He avoided Bednar. Bednar was down in that off-camber corner. Definitely one of my least favorite corners on this racetrack. So, Tristan Judd back into the hot seat with the points lead. He will retain the red plate. But a lot more points to be had if he can make some moves here. Stonier on the oh, Judd! Wow! All out of sorts there. The points leader is down and down hard. Wow. Not ideal. Especially after finally getting around Bednar. Having to kind of have Bednar make that mistake. You're not going to see Bednar make mistakes like that very often in a moto. So you got to be able to counter and use those to your full ability while you have them. Chad Stonier on the Star Racing machine, I mean, he's practically running a Star Racing Yamaha here, is in 2nd. Very bright pink boots, which in contrast to Jusky running the very bright pink Thor gear, as Bednar splits the two Yamahas and is looking to the inside. Just as I said, he does not go down very often. You got to take advantage. He goes down. So, and Judd, that was not even enough for Judd. So that crash was, that one was, oh my God. Oh my God, the championship, it's falling apart. Bednar, he's down again. And that was a big loss of position. He is outside the top 10. Judd is back into the top 5. Oh, Cunningham. Wow. Man, again, you got to send it down these downhills, but we got to make sure we get the rear end settled here, boys. Suspension is all over the place here. These 450s, it's got to be a lot harder in the 450s. I'm seeing a bit more kicking around than I think the 250s. So, Rogers getting around Fowler. And then Hewitt right in front of Fowler. So Evolve rides, the Evolve machines riding really good here. I mean, the 450 side of the team has been really good so far this season, but 250s showing up here at High Point. Jorgensen on the SCR bike, number 52, is holding down 6th, just behind Tristan Judd. Judd has got Isaac Moyle right ahead of him. And, oh, Stonier goes down. So Moyle going to go into 3rd with Jusky right ahead of him. The Supercross specialist. The 413. Oh, big send for Moyle. Going to flat on that one. And makes a big bobble there right before the downhill. Let's see if Judd can get a run here. Soon to be a girl dad. So, happy early Father's Day, Tristan Judd. How about that? Good for you, man. Good for you. You love to see it. Judd gets the line closed off. So, looking at the podium, he's just got to get around Moyle to make it happen because Ryder Carnine has the fastest lap on track of 2:10. Did not run it last lap, but is the fastest man this moto and has a 12-second lead here against the rest of this 450 field. Let's see everyone over the Carmichael double. Pretty easy on the 450s. So, again, who sends it harder on the downhill? Moyle up the inside on Juski. Juski closes off the line. But again, that roller maybe not ideal as Moyle makes the mistake. Allows Judd into third and now going after second. That inside roller has not proven to be the best line. Judd off the track. Ripping the smooth lines. I respect it. But the 135 is going after it right now. Ryder Bednar is still in 11th. Just made the move actually into 10th. So finally into the top 10 once again is Ryder Bednar. Last lap had a 2:31, so not going well at all for Bednar. Judd, if he can get around Juski, whoa, sends it up the inside. Thought he was going to land on him, but gets the move. The 135 is into second place here in the moto. And we just had a massive crash in the back. That was Nick Hewitt on the Evolve Yamaha. But Juski, oh man, you got to catch a toe. You got to go because here comes Moyle up the inside and he's going to send this. Moyle, is he going to get it? Inside roller. 2 laps in a row. You got to stop taking the line. Got to stop taking the line. That is just more than enough of a sign. As Ashton Moore, the Privateer Yamaha, right behind him in 5th. Stonier, 6th. Black backgrounds. Definitely an interesting choice on the 450. Levi Briggs, Jorgensen, K-Rob. Rogers K-Rob goes down big and manages to almost tag Hewitt. And Hewitt still got involved. Cunningham and Bednar back to 11th again. Man, not a good moto for Ryder Bednar. Lap did he run that lap? 2:28. Not even his worst lap of the race. So, but not great if you're the Temecula Honda, who came in 1 point down on Tristan Judd. But 19 down in the championship. Ryder Carnine, you really, seeing this, you can't believe last week even happened for this guy. Just going back and trying to see if he was even going to make it into points was pretty incredible. And to see how he's riding right now, you just wouldn't even think it's the same guy. It's like they're key sharing. But Ryder Carnine riding really well on that 512 Kawasaki. And Tristan Judd riding just as good, but early mistakes sets you back about 15 seconds. So it doesn't matter because they're running 213s, both of them. So if you're Tristan Judd, you gotta break into those 210s. You gotta do what Smiley was doing in that 250 moto and just click in fast lap after fast lap. Already getting into lap traffic here. We're just past the halfway point. Again, reminder, this race is brought to you by JZ Media Co. And this is your reminder to subscribe to JZ Media Co. It's free. Tell your dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Have you subscribed to JZ Media Co? Some of the best quality content for MX Simulator Racing since Kellen Brower retired. Hasn't been long. Definitely a title to have. I mean, shoot, we got your 7th and 8th favorite MX Simulator announcers ever. Whenever the 7th one decides to show up every so often. So you guys are stuck with number 8, but 8 ain't too bad of a number. Wish someone would fucking take it, AMA. But whatever, guess we're biased. Moore riding really well in 5th. He's got Briggs right behind him and Bednar up into 7th. So Bednar put in his fastest lap of the race last lap and got around Moore there with a 2:11.1. So this is big points. Closing up the deficit. And I hear a bike idling. That is just ski down. Thailand, big mistake. And here come these guys on the downhill. They're going to have way more speed to try and make something happen. Briggs on the inside. Again, I do not like that line. I don't think it's faster. And it's just risky. You come off that and traction breaks away really easy. So that allows Bednar into the not only the top 5, but into 4th. So limiting the damage significantly. But Tristan Judd kind of out here on his own in 2nd, 3rd, Moyle, Bednar 4th, Juski 5th, Moore 6th, Cunningham 7th, 8th, Briggs, 9th, Jorgensen, and 10th is Stonier. We got Quigley, Paleologos, K-Rob, Santucci, Harn, Pietro, Rogers, Fowler, Scheffler, your race host, Relish, Cottrell, Estes, Raffiani, Riordan, Smith. Oh, we're just riding the district bikes, huh? Colton Ray, Schmidt, Karakamo, Ruger. Oh, Ruger. Big off. Tracer Knits. Brandon Kelly. Qualified P2. What are we doing? No hate. What are we doing? But Moyle is closing the gap to Tristan Judd. Judd ran a 2:17 last lap to Moyle's 2:15, so 2 seconds gain for Moyle. Not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but definitely enough at this point in the moto. Mika, subscribing, thank you. We appreciate it. We're on the road to 1K, so we gotta get there eventually, you know. Preferably before SMX. That'd be ideal. But Bednar said it last moto about your points leader, Felix Hogg. Kind of in no man's land. He's got a gap here of about a fall off to Moyle. Maybe a little bit more than a fall off. On these downhills, actually. Maybe not. And then Juski. Really decent gap. And then a battle here. Juski, Briggs, and Cunningham. So an evolved sandwich for Briggs. Let's see if he can crack through here and make his way around Juski. He's looking around the outside. Is he going to make it work? Power down to the ground. Briggs makes the move on the 202. Oh, Juski! Wow, tried getting the pass back. And now it's all left up to Alex Cunningham to make the pass official. And Cunningham did not go for that triple, which is quite a bit faster. I mean, even 250s are doing it. Oh, a little bit of an oppo there for Briggs. Cunningham throwing it sideways. Moore. Oh, man, that was pretty. Let's see Juski. That just scrubs it. Oh, he tripled. Holy shit. Jorgensen. Wow. Thought he was going deep. Stonier. Paleologos. Pietro. Come on, you guys. Jesus. I expect more in Moto 2. That is for damn sure. This is not impressive. Oh, God. Come on, you guys. Scheffler, something. You suck. Back out front, Ryder Car 9 still leading this thing. 20 seconds to Tristan Judd. So Judd, fastest lap of his moto, 2:12. And pulled a good gap on Moyle. Almost 18 seconds. No. 10 seconds. Jesus. Timing and scoring fucking tweaked out there on me for a second. So 10 seconds to Moyle now. When it was 4. And here's Bednar. Bednar 2:11. Fastest man that last lap of the guys that have crossed the line. So let's see what the 33 can do. Move himself into a podium spot. cut it from being what it is now to, I think the points gap would be 3. If he can get around Moyle, Moyle dealing with lappers. That looks like an Evolve Yamaha right there. 361, not sure. Making a move back to unlap himself. Not good if you're a lap rider. Gotta get out of the way, give way to these guys, because now the guy behind you is far enough to where if you let these guys by, it does not matter. Clearly, you don't have the speed to run with Moyle and Bednar. You just got to let them go, especially these tighter sections. I mean, these guys are going to be right up on him. And here comes Bednar around the outside. Can we get dualies? Something. No. No, we cannot. And that Evolve Yamaha still staying out in front of him. So, I mean, someone on that team has got to be saying, hey, dude, you got to move. I mean, he's got the blue bar without a doubt. Bednar, he's coming up here on the 423. Dude, I mean, come on, off track even, and you're still going to pin it? Yeah, this is not very classy from 361. He has got to move. For Bednar, this is valuable. If he's riding fast enough to where if Judd makes a mistake, he can be right there and capitalize. This is second place in your championship. You have got to let these guys go. It is early in the season, but we're still almost to midway through. I mean, I just don't know if Bednar's like, because 361 here is low-key running the pace, which is impressive, and then goes down. Yep. Yeah, that's why we get out of the way, because there goes Moyle right back around Bednar. All the work for naught. Bednar goes back into 4th. And looking to make the move. That was Hewitt. That was Nicholas Hewitt on the 361. I should have remembered that. Moyle, oh my gosh, saws the front end off after popping out of that rut. Tristan Judd not too far up the road, 18 seconds. But, oh, Hewitt's back in it. Up the inside. God dang, man. Here we go. On the downhill, does Bednar send it harder? He did. Wow. Landed right in one of those transitions of the braking bumps. That was pretty. But he's not going to get the move up the inside. Does he get it here? I think he does. Ryder Bednar, if he can seal off this inside, he's got it. Makes a bobble, doesn't get the double. Moyle and Hewitt is still not letting these guys just have their race. He's going to come in between the two of them. Tag Bednar. He needs to be disconnected at this point. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. He has not gotten out of the way for an entire lap. And now here's Alex Cunningham right behind Bednar. So that makes it even worse because that puts one of his teammates in between the two. Moyle went down, so Bednar gets the spot back, but I don't imagine the teammate riding too aggressive on his own here. Let's see though. Hewitt, does he let Cunningham by? No, Cunningham goes over the bars. Wow. So Bednar and now Moyle has got to get around Hewitt. Again, Hewitt, you are in 33rd, man. You are scoring no points. Your position in this moto has no impact in you. Like, that's... it's greasy in my opinion, for sure. 2 to go. And, I mean, how many spots has he made up just kind of following these guys? I'm curious. He's only made up 1 spot. So, just lapping guys to be lapping them, still in 32nd. I don't mean to be the guy that kind of bags on these riders for certain things. You know, I know I'd be getting lapped for sure within, 3 laps of the moto, but just decency, decency to the guys that are fighting for multi number of points versus your 0. Big old goose egg on the docket, no matter whether you finish 22nd or 40th. I mean, yeah, maybe your overall gets screwed, but I don't know, man. That's my thoughts. But Oh, Carnine down the 12-second lead. Not going to be enough. Oh, especially after Judd makes a mistake like that. Man, that was as close as he was going to get, too. And he's got the Boots House Cowie right ahead of him. Second in quali. Don't know what spot he's in the moto, but yeah, 361. I think without a doubt a 1-week ban should maybe be a 2-week ban. That's, you miss Southwick and you miss Redbud. That was not good. So Carnine on the downhill, really kind of taking this easy here. White flag is coming out. Gap is 5 seconds. So got to string together a good lap here, because Judd knows he can win this moto based on a mistake. 224. That was it. Ryder Carnine down after the finish. So Tristan Judd, who's had it happen to himself, leading the entire moto and then on the last lap losing it, actually has Ryder Carnine, who's taken the wins from him, lead the whole moto and go down immediately after the finish with the white flag. Mental games, man. And there is your Boots House rider down. Boots House rider checkup. He's down on the ground. That's the only checkup I can give here. You can give me as much shit as you want for that, but on the ground. Look at that. 417. Just pulls out of the way perfectly. That is how you get lapped. Whatever Hewitt did was, yeah, uncalled for. But Bednar is still in third. Moyle fourth. I'm going to make a little bit of an adjustment. I think that was Raffiani. Cunningham. And look, there's Hewitt. Still right there with these guys. And he's going to double, actually, maybe past his teammate. No. Oh, down goes Cunningham. Could cost him with K-Rob. But story of the moto has to be the ever-charging 135. Because, man, I mean, the gap was 15. It really looked like there was no way you could kind of get this thing done. I think it was up to 20 at one point. So for Tristan Judd, this has been an absolute masterclass of never giving up this moto and just proving why those red plates are on that Suzuki. And come on, who doesn't love red plates on a Suzuki? That setup is immaculate. So here we go. One last time up the uphill for moto number 1. Tristan Judd on the GHCI Suzuki. Final corner. Checkered flag. Tristan Judd, moto number 1. Ryder Carnine, utter defeat. Leads the whole moto and will come across in second. Ryder Bednar is looking at a strong third after falling outside the top 10 multiple times. Third place for second place in points, and he will stay second place after this moto. Moyle, really big gap to Briggs. So, Paleologos. Wow, we really lost Cunningham. Here comes Briggs. On the downhill. Moyle across the line for 4th. 5th will be Briggs. Yeah, 30th for Hewitt. That's the fact that he ended up finishing ahead of the group that he was battling other lappers with is kind of incredible to me. But Boots House ride makes it inside the top 10. K-Rob, Ashton Moore, Jorgensen is going to battle with Cunningham. Cunningham up the inside. Wow, really left the door open. Cunningham 9th. Raffiani 10th. No, Raffiani 9th. Cunningham 10th. Wow. That will be based on cuts. Jorgensen 11th. 12th Fowler. Stonier, if he can get through. 13th, Chad Stonier, Seth Harn, Aaron Cottrell actually will take the spot over Ryder Pietro. Yeah. So we got Smith. Holy shit. Austin Rogers on his own. Santucci. Luke Scheffler. Wow, what happened? Tylen Jaski. Wow, what happened? Not a good end of the moto for the 413 at all. Santucci crosses the line. Scheffler 20th, and the final point looks like it could be a battle? No. Tylen Jaski gets the final point of the moto. Relish on the BPC Kawasaki will cross in 22nd. So that is your 450 moto. Fastest rider on the track was Ryder Car9, unable to put it together. Biggest controversy was from the Evolve team as a whole, I would say. I mean, running up front, dropping back the way they did, having the lapper situation. Interesting. It will be interesting to see the protests that are made about that and see how far that goes. Obviously, we'll know for sure next week. But 450 Moto 1 in the books. Good racing. Good racing all around. Oh my God. Been dying all day, you guys. I'm struggling to hang on. I'm glad we did not have Concies. I will say that much. That was maybe the saving grace of today. Moyle, yeah, we were talking about Hewitt quite a bit. He was the primary one. Not good. Didn't know who you were. Yeah, that was the weirdest. That was the worst part, I think, of it all, was the fact that it really, I think, for you guys, mixes it up because you're in a battle, within a battle, within a battle. It's just there's too much going on, too much. But you guys will give me 2 seconds. I gotta throw my phone on my charger. Okay. Still loading in here. Felix Hogg, Blake Fisher, Maverick Will Hoyt. We know who's in here. We know everybody. But all right. Someone else will protest Moyle for sure. He kind of disrupted a couple guys' race. I don't know if it was you he tagged or someone else, but definitely a couple instances where just, yeah, pull over, man. Pull over, let everybody go. I understand going forward, but going forward and getting 30th is something. Who do we want to go with on the start here? Definitely not DK. Definitely not. Did I miss? Did I miss Hogg? There he is. Yep. Am I loading in? What is happening here? Who are we waiting on? Doesn't look like it's waiting on me. Oh, fuck. I got a long way to scroll down, don't I? Oh, we got bikes on the gate. Here we go. All right, Felix Hogg. We got 3 guys behind the gate. Felix Hogg down the inside, deep, deep, deep on the inside. And we got the 25 jump at the gate. We got multiple guys jump at the gate. What? Okay. And the whole shot looking like Heckman. Yeah, Heckman. Chucky Nygren up in the top 5 off the start. How about that, Chuck? Good way to get that Boots House Kawasaki some screen time. Getting a good start, but Colton Heckman out front. Jace Burris. Oh, Heckman down hard. And I think Chucky went into him. He had night and day to get around him. Oh, that was... I believe that was Crummett. Josh Crummett got into him. This is all mixed up. This is... Wow. Oh. We red flag it? Or did they just not get a sight lap? I thought they got a sight lap. I'm still scrolling down on this shit. You gotta be kidding me, you guys. Incredible. No, that was lineup? Really? Huh. All right. Oh, Derek. No. Derek's game crashed. All right. So, Hog not deep on the inside. Or yes, he was. Whole shot. See who gets it this time. Heinzelman. Whole shot with Edwards right behind him. Edwards going to go back into second. That's Heckman right there. And here is your Moto 1 winner. Up into second, back to third. As Edwards hits the Carmichael double. Smiley. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Carnage. Carnage behind them. He got really lucky with everything that was going on back there because that caused massive separation. And lucky with everything going on in front of him because he is into fourth. Grove, Wasendorf, Fry, Josephson, Stretchy, Kolbjornsen, Clapp, Pearson, Lorenz, Monty, Hamilton, Monty, Pearson, William, Hogg, William again, Nygren, Zaneman, Clark, Zaneman, Jesus Christ, Cole, Somerville, Tristan, Wilhoit, Burris, Hubbard, Cook, Fisher, Bratch, Hassel, Alvarado, Viney, Lizarraga, Barr. Wow, Barr way back here now. Ramirez. Where's... There he is. What setup are we running this time? Full Boots House setup this time. Donovan Keltner. Oh, wow. Hope there's a mortuary right next to High Point because he's going there. Heckman out to the lead. So... Colton, I don't know what you think I have say over. They didn't let Jay-Z show up for a moto when he was 2 minutes late or a minute late to UID grab. I mean, that's just... If you show up to UID grab, you show up. If you don't, you don't. Like, that's not on me, man. Don't matter if you're in points or not. That's on you. How serious do you take your championship? Smiley in third. Right behind Edwards. Better moto for Edwards for sure. Was talking about that in the first moto. Just not something you typically expect from him to go out and have that bad of a moto. And he's going to move himself into the lead over Heckman. Heckman not wanting to let Smiley back around. He wants to go back towards the front. Oh, no one goes for the double, but Smiley going to the outside. Let's see the run he gets here. We know how strong he was on the downhills in the first moto. He's just as strong in the second motos. Makes the pass stick on Heckman. Fry right there. Stretchy there as well as Smiley and Heckman get together over the double. Maybe a little bit impatient by one of the two to try and make a move. And that will cost them 2 spots. Stretchy and Fry go around. Smiley has got to get back to work again to put himself into second. But out front, Edwards. Let's see if we get a little steez here. Standard whip. Fry. Nothing. Stretchy. Nothing. Smiley. Nothing. Heckman. Nothing. Come on, you guys. Something. Heinzelman. Oh, Doolies. William. Oh, down goes Heinzelman. Big time. Wasendorf. Clapp. Josephson. Hogg, there is your first sign of your points leader. He is in 10th. Not good for the 96, and he is battling with Burris. He's got Nygren there as well, so I don't... Nothing against Chucky, but this is one of the last guys you want, you know, 1 or 2 spots behind you. Saying that in the sense that he'll put you on your ass, you know? He's an aggressive guy. Let's go, Chuck. Come on, Chuck. He's got Cole right there. Come on, Chuck. Make the move. Make the move. Reisendorf. Who was down? Chuck, that's the points leader ahead of you. You got to go, man. Come on, Chuck. Holy shit. Who built your motors, man? No power going up the hill. Oh, my God. Need a recall on whatever's in that thing, dude. Big bore it. Not supposed to decrease the power. Holy shit. Will Clark, another Boots House rider. Got quite a few Boots House machines in the motos. Donovan Keltner being one of them. Where's Mike Mike did not go off the gate. Thanks, Mike. Really putting on for the Suzuki that I gave you before the moto. Glad we're getting the testing in. Edwards, though, out front over Fry, Stretchy, Heckman, and Smiley has actually lost the spot to Heckman. So the 75, the hard charger, he's got a... Oh, we're crossing lines here, boys. Oh, Stretchy. Ah, front end lock. You hate to see it for Smiley. Yeah, Mike is definitely playing Minecraft right now and didn't even know the gate dropped. That's just disappointing. And Smiley actually just made 2 spots as Heckman was down right before the quad. So Smiley into the podium spot, looking at a 1-3 on the day. I definitely might need to open another page and look at the first moto results because I'm curious what everything will be as far as overalls go. Not that I'm good at math in my head. Really wish I had stats guy here. Lane, are we in chat? No rain yet. It is forecasted for after the 450 moto, actually, so we might get lucky. We will not be doing interviews, though, just to try and avoid the rain and also avoid anybody ever dropping certain words on the stream ever again. But let's try and go back to your points leader. How's that going? No way. I passed him, right? What? Where is he? Oh, Chucky, what are we doing? Gotta stay away from these guys. Oh, that was the worst track re-entry I've ever seen. Chucky Nygren, hands down, that will go into the history books as absolutely atrocious. And there goes Hog. I was looking for him. He allowed 2 Boots House riders ahead of him, so that's got to be demeaning for sure. But Chucky Nygren may be receiving one of the gnarliest protests in his first moto or first race of the year that he's made it into the motos. That was wow. That was crazy. Bednar again. That was the 361 on a Yamaha. That was a lapper. Freddie Grove, Ian, Fisher, Hassel, Monty. Who is holding on to 20th right now? That is my question. Viney holding on to 20th. But Hog, Felix Hog, your points leader, is only into 17th right now. Hubbard goes down, so that's 16th. Chucky cannot get around guys that are down without almost killing himself right next to them. That is actually crazy. I feel like he sees them down and just tells himself mentally, I can't go down, and then it comes to fruition. Oh, Chucky. Oh, Chucky. Chucky! What gear are we in, dude? Second. Jesus. Back up to the front. We got a battle here. Brody Fry and Edwards are going at it for the lead. And Smiley, not too far down the road, 5 seconds. Gotta say, he's not riding as aggressive as that first moto for sure. Maybe not the big sense of urgency that he had, but that first place definitely helps you going into the second moto. But points are huge at this point when you've lost some of the competition in the field. And you have Felix Hogg having a not so pretty day. But battle out front is between the 240 and the 153. Let's see if anything transpires between these two, as Smiley has actually gone back to fourth. Big mistake for Smiley. All right, a 2:21 last lap. That wasn't even his worst lap. So this really kind of shows you where he's at right now. This moto, nowhere near the pace he was running in that first moto, the number 75. Maybe a couple clickers that didn't need to be adjusted. And he's got Clapp behind him. And Heckman just ever charging here today. Wasendorf, William, Clark, a 114. My teammate in the Boots House relay race yesterday, putting on for the city. Let's go, Will. Cole, Josephson, Tristan, Crummett, Josh Crummett. Got to say, probably one of our number one commenters in our YouTube live typically. So shout out Crummett, riding pretty good, ahead of your points leaders. So the number 96 has got work to do in 15th. So this could be really big as far as the championship goes, as we're halfway through. Another reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, to subscribe. Odds are that you already are, but is your dad? Is your mom? Is your sister? Is your brother? Come on, got to get the family involved. This is a family channel. We're here for the families, you know? But if all of them say that they haven't subscribed and they don't feel like it, cut them off. You don't need them. Family is a waste. I hope everybody knows that's a joke. Nick Barr, wow. Big difference for Barr. He got absolutely cleaned by Chucky Nygren up one of the hills a couple laps ago. So this is not looking good for him. He might have a concussion, and he's got Chucky right behind him. So he actually might be shaking in his boots, quite literally. I would be. The 285 is aggressive. But Burris, Josephson, but out front, it is Brody Fry who has made the move around Edwards on the 240. Stretchy right there. Here comes Smiley. There it is. Connor Smiley with a 2:13.1 last lap. That's what you like to see out of your Moto 1 winner. He's back on pace here. Took a while. Maybe rides better with the road on this track. Wow. Into the hay bale. Got to get back into his rhythm here. Set sail onto Stretchy. If he can make the move. Big points here. Big for the overall. Again, don't know how bad it will impact it, but, you know, more positions are better than none. A third definitely looks better on the Moto 2 scorecard. And, I mean, then going backwards like some people kind of do towards the end of the motos, you know? It's easy to do. Thumb pump. It's a real thing, man. It's a medical disease. But Clapp and Heckman are going at it here. 243, a little bit of an oppo there. Let's see if he can get a run around the outside to get Clapp. That's still crazy to say. No Steez. William? Steez? A little bit. We've got Twizy riders battling. We got Cade Matherly versus Cade Matherly. Matherly down, and that will only benefit Matherly. Will Clark, 114. He's got, who was that behind him? That was a lapper, actually. So Cole's going to get back on behind him with Wasendorf right there. Here's Felix, 11th, just outside top 10. So has gone from 15th to 11th in a brief time period. Just got to make more moves. And Edwards has gone back to 4th. Edwards, not good for him. He is out of the podium now. And Brody Fry has got Connor Smiley behind him. Actually, Edwards has gone back into a podium spot. I believe Stretchy dumped the bike over at the bottom of the hill. So Edwards back into P3 and behind Smiley. So could get interesting. Let's see what Fry does. Had a really strong first moto. I mean, again, I can't deny any of these guys' rides. All better than the one I would be putting on right now. I would, if Jay-Z were streaming this, I would be your 40th place check-in. I mean, that's all I gotta say. But Smiley has been putting on a charge. Wow. Almost down. Keeps it on 2:17 last lap. Fry even a 2:17. So these guys really inconsistent here in the second moto comparatively to that first moto where 2:15s seemed to kind of be the norm, but 2:17s, the pace has dropped. Stretchy, Heckman down. That's going to allow William to go by, Clapp to go by. Here comes Will Clark. Will I am. And Will does. Gets the move around Heckman. Here comes Cole. Whoa, a little aggressive there. Weisendorf does not hold the outside line. Felix Hogg, your points leader, has finally broken into the top 10 with his fastest lap of the race with a 2:14 flat. So, Hagen, he's got riders jumping on track ahead of him. Cole really taking his time to hop back on, but honestly, maybe the best decision he could have made. Clark, whoa, almost gets landed on. And there goes Hogg right around the outside. Clapp went down. Hogg's only going to triple the quad. Clark around the outside. Is he going to get the move on Hogg? Whoa. How is Cole cutting back over? Is this a four-way battle? It is. Heckman, Cole, Clark, and Hogg. Clark is actually going to get back in front of Hogg. Hogg up the inside. Let's see if Clark can slingshot this thing. No, it looks like Hogg's going to get the inside. Who sends this downhill a little bit harder? Going to be Hogg coming out with the spot in 8th. Oh, almost into the back of Cole. Oh, runs it wide though. Oh, contact right behind him. Cole got into the back of Hogg, and that just collected Clark as well. So Hogg trying to move his way back up front. Heckman right there. Definitely an up and down ride here for Heckman. He has been riding very strong on this track. I can tell he's got a lot of potential, but man, just a lot of mistakes that have kind of set him back, and he is going to actually slide behind Hogg here unless he makes an aggressive move. Can't make it happen. Very one line over that finish line. And William ahead of them, Stretchy, Edwards, Smiley, and there is Fry. 5 seconds up, 3 minutes left. Pretty comfy. I mean, last lap a 2:17, he ran his worst. Smiley a 2:13. So Smiley back into those 2:13s. Whew. We gotta talk about tire choice. Did it rain between motos? Something we did not see while we went to commercial break. It's a brisk 75 in here. Wearing a jacket. Toasty. I don't know why I said wearing a jacket and then toasty. That did not make sense. I'm losing it, boys. We're into Moto 2s. So this might be for the benefit of me that the stream is almost over. But Smiley, see if he can start chipping into the lead. Still 5 seconds. Actually went up a little bit. I think they're lapping a Boots House rider. I can only assume it is the 161. Oh man. Slides out. At least I thought it was a Boots House rider. It might be a different Cowie. But another mistake for Smiley. The gap is to 10 now, and Edwards only 3 off of Smiley. You can see him. That gives inspiration to the Carlos rider. Close in, start charging on 240. 240 is probably the amount of CCs that Chucky Nygren has gotten that Kawasaki today. Stretchy, William, Hogg, Heckman, Clark, Clapp, Cole, Burris, Wasendorf, Tristan, Heinzelman, Chucky. Chucky Nygren is in 15th inside the top 20, so good showing for him on that KLX 140 that he's pretty much riding at this point. Nick Barr, Josh Crummett, shout out Crummett, riding really well. Hubbard, Gatlin, and Justin Alvarado is in 20th, but final points is Chris Josephson in 21st. He's got Ambrose behind him. So again, let's get our check-in on Donovan Keltner. Come on. There he is. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on to it, buddy. Hang on to it. Smiley has gone and lost the spot up front, by the way. He has lost it to Edwards and is going to have to really charge this moto because we got 3 to go. And again, second is not important to the overall, but just ideal. Definitely ideal to get a couple more points on Hog, especially when he's having the race that he has. He's up to 6th. So any number of points will support in the long run of this championship. We're only at round 4 of 11. And I have enjoyed all 4 rounds. Definitely disappointing to miss Wednesday and not see some of the pro action. But we'll be back this week, hopefully. Got a job interview. I just said it. Got an interview for a thing. Wow. I might not stream again, you guys. That was bad. That was bad. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. To all my viewers out there, I apologize. I didn't mean to trigger anyone if I had. That's just not what I'm here for. But yeah, I got an interview. Gotta go do that for a pretty cool opportunity that will pay me money. So that'll be ideal. But Felix Hogg still running in 6th here. He's got Clark. Clark is riding really well. The 114 on the Boots House Kawasaki. Really well here today. Not been, one of those top 6 to 7 guys. He's been just outside of it, I think, this year. But the 114 riding really well here at High Point. Again, this track favors a whole different group of riders, I feel like, than the first 3. So seeing a variety of names up front that wouldn't normally be, it's not shocking to me. And then to see some of the names that have been up front struggling a little bit more than others, it's again not too surprising. I mean, Edwards, not a good first moto for him. Putting it together this second one has got to feel so good, so comforting. And then Smiley, riding consistent, but again, definitely has not been a name that has been consistently inside that top 3. We did lose riders, but that does not change the fact that you got to show up on the weekend and put your best foot forward for this championship fight. So the 275 or number 75 on screen has been doing his best work. And down goes Edwards. Wow, that bike was stuck straight up for a minute. I would say Red Rocket, but he's on the KTM, so. But that thing was pointed straight towards the sky. And Brody Fry has really taken this thing. He will be coming around to the white flag here. He's got an 11.5 second lead. Was never the fastest guy on track. I mean, 2 seconds off the fastest lap on track, being Connor Smiley. But what an effort for Fry. This has been... I feel bad not really paying attention to him much this moto, but how can you when you just are going out and riding like this? He ran his worst lap of the moto right there with a 2:18. Smiley's worst lap is a 2:23. Just ran a 2:14 that lap, so 4 seconds faster, but cutting hay bales. Gotta stay on track there, Connor. Hey, man, we'll be looking at that. But Hogg is up into 4th. So no daylight as far as the podium goes, as he is just hitting the uphill. Man, big gap. Stretchy, Clark, William, Cole, Heckman, Clapp is your top 10. Tristan, Burris, Heinzelman, Gatlin, Alvarado, Nygren, Ambrose, Wasendorf, Grove, and Barr is your top 20. And still 21st is Chris Josephson on the 101. Doing a lot better after getting lapped so early on in the first moto, but Oh, and Edwards has gotten back around Smiley. Wow. So, oh, Edwards. Wow, big crash. Big crash. Tuck the front. So, yeah, for Smiley, ride the track comfortably. Don't make any more mistakes. Just come home with a 1-2 score. Nothing wrong with that for first overall by any means. That's... Again, I say first overall, but did Fry finish second? I feel like Fry finished second. I gotta check the forms here because the server index. I gotta know. Gotta know, man. Where is Battlegrounds? There we go. 1 hour ago. No, Cole. So Fry will be looking at a 3-1 compared to Connor Smiley's 1-2. And Hog has moved into third. So 5-3 for Hog. But Brody Fry, it might be second overall. Could have been an overall had Edwards held on to fight off Smiley. But Brody Fry, regardless, is your Moto 2 winner. Connor Smiley, the number 75, wins your overall at High Point with a 1-2 on the day. And Felix Hog is coming across the line. These boys lapped up into 26th this moto. Felix Hog, your points leader, limits the damage, coming home in third. Stretchy, wow, Stretchy fourth. Edwards, not a good last lap. Wow, the 240 on the KTM comes across in fifth. Sixth will look like Heckman. Seventh, William, who was eighth last moto. So Cole, second your last moto, will come across in eighth. William actually seventh. Clark. Well, Clark was not inside the top 10 last moto, but really good ride for Will Clark on the Boots House Cowie. Riley Clapp, Tristan Burris. Let me just make sure this actually all kind of stays the way it will. Gatlin 13th. Heinzelman 14th on the Boots House ride. We weren't able to see his bike, but another Boots House rider inside the top 15. Alvarado 15th. And in his first outdoor motos of the year, Chucky Nygren in the top 20, coming across in 16th. Ambrose 17th, 18th Wasendorf. Grove coming across 19th, 20th for Nick Barr, and the final point will be Mason Hubbard on the Phoenix Designs KTM. Josephson, man, he had that point. Loses it on the last lap, 22nd. Lorenz, Gilsdorf, Zaneman, Will Hoyt, Pearson, Ian, Donovan Keltner, Monty, Hassel, Hamilton, Kolbjerson, Crummett, D-Seed, Ramirez, Somersville, Viney, Cook, Fisher, Bratch, Lizaraga, and myself. Another good moto. But not much adversity as it goes for Connor Smiley. A 1-2 gets it done on the day. And now we move into your final 450 moto. I just realized, wow, nobody in chat told me that I didn't change that. Damn. Did not change the little widget letting you know what moto it is. So apparently that was just an extended 450 Moto 1. But 450 Moto 2 on the line, your last moto of the day. We might get this stream done in 2.5 hours. Or less. And shout out to everyone that supports this channel, all you guys. I know we don't get a high viewer count, but for the guys that tune in and tune in after the fact, it's much appreciated that you guys do show up, watch the streams, tolerate me for one. That's a That's a big thing, especially when it's just me doing this thing solo. So again, it's appreciated. I like doing the AMs. I know what it's like racing the AMs. I don't know what it's like racing the Pro. So having Jay-Z on Wednesdays is a little bit nicer when he's in there from time to time. But yeah, I enjoy being here for you guys, and I appreciate all the people that support us, make this happen. Jay-Z Media Co. Jay-Z's set up a platform for me to be able to do this. Shout out Omi Creations. If you're in the market for motocross graphics, OCMX Graphics, Omi. I actually might just be Olmy Creations on Instagram. OLMY Creations on Instagram. Or you could always message me personally, TrevDawg, DAWG197 on Instagram. I can get you set up with your own personal kit. We can customize it however you'd like it. But here we go, 450 motos. They're on the track for lineup check. Cunningham, Briggs, Adams. Oh, Adams did make it for Moto 2. Kind of crazy what we're doing here, Scheffler. How much did he pay you? RF, never change. Huh. All right, here we go. If we can get to your points leader, the 135. Took him till the last lap to get the moto win, but he got it done. Tristan Judd revs her up. Gates down. Man, that wheelie out of the gate looks good, and he makes it work. And I believe Car9 got tangled up in the chaos at turn number 1. He's still up. And Smith, I don't know who this is, but Smith out front on the number 6 on the Twizy Yamaha. So switching teams midday. Interesting. But Tristan Judd, your points leader and Moto 1 winner, is right where he needs to be in second place. Caden Estes is in third. Raffiani right there in fourth. Fifth is Jaski Pietro. And there is Nick Hewitt, the disruptor. And he's down. Disrupted his own moto. I believe that was Matt Bauer on the Boots House machine. The 946 up inside the top 5 in fifth. How about that? Matt Bauer, shout out. Riding, getting a good start. Riding well with a little oppo. Showing the camera crew what's up. CJ Bernard up here. Stony A right there. Cunningham, Jorgensen, Rogers, Moore, Schmidt, Raffiani, Cottrell, Hewitt, K-Rob, Fowler. K-Rob lost a couple spots. Brandon Kelly on the Yamaha Dyno just got passed by K-Rob, Paleologos, Jaski, Harn. And here is Ryder Car9. He may have not missed the chaos in that first corner. I believe he did actually get caught up in it. I may have called another Cowie rider that did manage to miss it. But a lot of Cowies. We got red boots on a Cowie right there, Brendan Kelly. So Kelly could have made it through. I don't know. But Car9 on the charge and on the way up. But up front, Tristan Judd is in the lead, the 135. He's got another under 18 minutes to go, plus 2 laps to lead this thing. So let's hope for some consistency for the 135 or some adversity. Make this championship interesting. Estes second. Smith has slid back to third. Pietro, where is... I had to have not gotten to him yet. Where is Bednar? Oh, no, I didn't get to Bednar. Where's Bednar? There he is. Wow. 35th. Ryder Bednar. Holy, not good for second in points. He's not scoring any points this moto. This would put him back with Ryder Car9 fighting in the championship. So not good for Bednar. I think this would definitely put him behind Car9 if Car9 can kind of weasel his way into a couple more spots. But 10th for Car9 could be close. But Connor Smiley in chat, shout out Connor. You rode that was an amazing ride, dude. That was incredible. Again, track had to favor you because that first moto was just impressive. Second moto, some bobbles, but regardless, put in the effort to get the overall win. A moto win to an overall win. So could not be a better day to be Connor Smiley. Cunningham, Rogers, Jorgensen. Here's Car9 battling Jorgensen, getting around him. The 512 and the 52. The 512 is going to get it. Whoa, little rough on that downhill there. Landing in some of those braking bumps. Man, but slotted himself into that rut almost perfectly. Oh, front end high. So, Car9 up into 7th. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gotta stay straight here, man. I know it's June, but we gotta stay a little straight, at least on the track. And, oh, I thought I saw a rider down, but a rider was down. That was CJ Bernard on the Temecula Honda. So, first sign of one of those Temecula machines that at least is visible, because Ryder Pietro is in 4th on his Temecula bike. Oh, big crash for Jeski. Over the finish. I'm interested how we can go down over that finish. It's a 5-foot table. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who blew up in the back? It was Jeski again. And Santucci. Oh, big crash. Not good. Oh, Bauer down too. Guys, it's a 5-foot table. Jesus. So Bednar, where does this put Bednar? 22nd. He's one spot out of points. He's got Kelly right ahead of him. Your second fastest qualifier. Let's start acting like it here, Brendan. Oh, it gets the RC double. Oh, whoa, whoa. That's just about almost all we got. And then proceeded to almost get fucked. Bednar and Stonier. Bednar up the inside again. Not the preferred line, but on the 450. Comes out close. Oh! Bednar, wow. Front end high and over the bars. Luke Scheffler, your race host, is still on a clean bike. This is the first time in Nexus history this season. Santucci down again. Relish going to go by. Bauer, Brown, and there is Bednar once again. So Bednar got his work beyond cut out for him. And Smith is your fastest rider on track with a 2:11.8 last lap around. So interested to see what the number 6 can do moving forward here. Also very interested as to who this actually is. If we could start name locking people, potentially Scheffler, if you watch this back, that would be fantastic. But Judd putting in the work, 9 seconds up. Definitely different than that first moto, but let's hope he does not have one of those late moto incidences puts him behind the 8 ball. 1-1 would be pretty for the 135 and those red plates. But Pietro, welcome back to racing. One of the dads out here, I believe. Number 180. Riding really well. Happy Father's Day once again to all the dads out there. Cunningham right there. Rogers. And here is Car9. Car9 is into 7th. Trying to make his way into the top 5. So very big weekend on points for Car9. This would, I believe, put him back into 2nd in the championship. At the moment, because of how rough this moto has been for Bednar. So Jorgensen, Hewitt, K-Rob, Cottrell, Seth Harm, showing life. Typically 1 moto a week. No, he's dead. Yeah, showed life and then got it absolutely taken out of his hands. Raffiani, Fowler, Schmidt, Brandon Kelly. I mean, what more can I say? This guy test rides different dynos just to make sure he's comfortable. That's dedication to the craft. I might not know what dedication is, but that's got to be it. If you look it up in the dictionary, it might be a picture of Brendan Kelly. Briggs, Stonier, Jeski. And there is Bednar, 21st. 1 point on the docket this moto. Sitting in P21, the number 33 on that red Temecula Honda. He's got to put in a charge here. And your fastest lap actually just went to Tristan Judd out front. But battle is kind of on here for second. It's a decent gap, but these boys are chasing each other down. They got 10 seconds to your leaders, so Smith last lap put in a 2:14 to Estez's 2:13.9. Half a second off was Smith. Pietro with a 2:18.9, his worst lap of the moto. Cunningham a 2:14.7, 2:13.3 for Rogers. And Carnine, let's see, a 2:15.6 for the 512. Nicholas Hewitt, gotta say he's having a better second moto than that first moto. Just from an observer standpoint. The 2:14.9 last lap, 2:21.5 Jorgensen, and he's gonna get passed around the outside by K-Rob. Closes the door off, gets the job done. Is K-Rob on the Yogi Kawasaki. CJ Bernard, Raffiani, Cottrell, Kelly, Fowler, Briggs, Schmidt. We got battles. They're just definitely a little bit further back in the field. And Smith actually did go down up front. Pietro is into third. Oh, wow. Carnage over the Carmichael double. Fowler getting around the 117 of Cottrell. And Raffiani right there just ahead. Briggs, real good ride for Briggs as well on the number 202. Definitely odd when I can see these guys' gear and not their bikes, unless they're, not renting the bike. But Raffiani making the move around him. Doesn't matter. 119. It's one more spot. Oh! Thought we were going to have a rider down. Briggs with something over the quad. Cottrell throwing it. Fowler, didn't get to see him. Bednar, I doubt he threw anything. He's on the chase, so. Oh, Jeski. Beautiful. Barely brought that one back. Bernard. Moyle. Let's go, Moyle. Ruger. Michelob Ultra. Oh, Bauer, way short. And here is Luke Scheffler. Once again, outside of points. Stonier and Bernard. Bernard holding on to that 1 point, and it's going to go to Stonier. So Stonier, 1 point for the moto, but Bednar is up into 15th. He is inside your top 15. He has got Cottrell right ahead of him. And a big freight train at that. So Tristan Judd is up in the lead by 15 seconds currently. Oh, Cottrell down on the downhill and takes Fowler with him. The two Evolve Yamahas down and down hard. That is only going to benefit now P14, number 33, Ryder Bednar, as he has got Austin Rogers right ahead of him. Let's see if he can make easy work of Rogers. Definitely got to say Bednar's got the pace. 2:14 last lap. Rogers a 2:46 last lap, so a lot of mistakes out of Rogers. Bednar back to the inside. Oh, dipped the front end. Not able to get it. Does he get the double? He does. Bednar. That is 13th for him. And now he's got Briggs and Raffiani. Oh, Briggs down hard on the downhill. Oh! Oh! Rogers, there was no way he was making it down that hill safely. Just absolutely ruins Ryder Bednar on the charge back to the front. Both very unsafe track re-entries. And that is Jeski and Cottrell right ahead of him. And Bednar clips the back of one of them. And that allows Fowler to go as well. So just a bunch of Evolve riders. Rogers is going to get up next to Moyle, and Bednar is now... Is this 21st for Bednar? It is. Bednar is back to getting 1 point this moto. So absolutely devastating after trying to make the move for 12th is back to 21st. And that move right there, if he can get it on Moyle, will be 20th in 2 points. And down goes Rogers. So that's another point there. 3 points now for Ryder Bednar this moto. Jeski will be 4 points on the 413 Evolve Yamaha. Oh, Harn. So that is 4 points for Bednar. Looking for 5. Up the inside. Oh! Made it happen. Was it pretty? No? But it worked. Ryder Bednar. More points. Moving himself back up. He is into 17th. And Tristan Judd still up 12 seconds on second place. And Estes, I mean, even up 9 seconds. Whoa, Jorgensen down. But Estes up 9 seconds on Pietro. Actually, not anymore. Only 2. So we might have a battle back towards the front. But again, this is the primary story here. Car9, once he gets kind of closer to that those top 3 riders will go back up there. Oh, whoa, Bernard on the Temecula Honda. That could have been catastrophic for him. Bednar taking every line in that corner possible. But that will move Bednar. He is inside the top 15, back into 13th, chasing down 12th. Once again on this downhill, just like he was last lap. 5 minutes to go in the moto. He's got Raffiani right ahead of him on the Spink Honda. And then Cottrell right there. I believe it was Cottrell last lap just ahead of him as well. So, oh, Bednar, no! Oh, man, came in there backwards. Definitely can't do that, man. You'll get that on these big jobs, though. Egregious. So, that puts Bednar back to 18th. Dude, I mean, how many times can you be fighting for 12th and then go back that far? That's got to hurt the soul. It's got to make you hate the game. Harn, oh, wow. If he pulled that off, I would have attempted a backflip. That was impressive. So, let's see if Bernard lets him go. Gotta assume for points. Gotta kind of make it easy on your teammate if he's faster than you. Oh, and he didn't! But Bednar is down for, what, the 4th time? Oh, man. Alright, we gotta give some love back up to some of the guys up here, because, oh, Estes went down. Him and Pietro were just battling, so I was going to go back to that, but Car9 now moves his way into 3rd. Cunningham into 4th, and Estes, who went from having a 9-second gap in 2nd place to the rider in 3rd, is now back into 5th. And Hewitt, who had a 30th place first moto, is in 6th. So again, I'm curious to see what happens as far as cuts, or not cuts, but penalties go for the incident. And here's Estes battling with a lapper. Wonder if that bothers Hewitt in the slightest. K-Rob right there. Brendan Kelly, the Yamaha Dyno Man himself, riding really good inside top 10. Smith 9th, Briggs 10th, Raffiani going for that top 10 spot. Did not get a drive out of that corner. Really sounded like that bike was looking for traction the entire time. So that's Spink Honda trying to get the power down. Jeski, Cottrell, Fowler, and Bednar once again in 15th. I thought we were going to be calling him in 20th again, as Jeski is down. So cuts inside of Fowler. Fowler gets a triple, going to keep the spot. They got Cottrell right ahead of them. Here we go, over the quad. Beautiful scrub there from Fowler. Bednar a little deep. Did not scrub that as hard, but still went pretty long into that. Raffiani went down. Raffiani's going to get up right ahead of Stonier. Carnine has actually moved into second, by the way. So, a minute 30 on the clock. Gap's 25 seconds, but we've seen it happen before with Judd. Overall is on the line. They could tie on points, but it would be an overall if something were to happen to Judd and Carnine gets this thing. Again, 25 seconds, it's a lot, but it has happened here in this championship before. Donnie, you missed the stream, man. You missed everything. That's just all there is to it. But, oh, Cottrell, whoa, cut off Bednar and then makes a mistake on the downhill. That's going to allow Fowler to get around and Raffiani on the inside. Is Raffiani going to seal this one off? Cottrell's got the inside on the triple. Ooh, Triley's over. And that was a lapper. That looked like one of the Spink Hondas. So, Stonier's teammate, or not Stonier's teammate, sorry, Raffiani's teammate, Cottrell and Raffiani get together. So that's going to allow Stonier to go by for 13th. Bednar is into your top 10 now. And interested to see how this downhill goes. This has been a very controversial section for Bednar so far this moto. Let's see if the 33 can put it together. Charging hard. If you're not charging hard, you're hardly charging. So Bednar gets through there clean. This has been a set part of this track that he's had problems with. He's got a lapper right there. Thought that was a leader. God, and he's still got problems. He's getting all kinds of head shake, and he's got a lapper battling with him. He punts him off track. Doing what he's got to do to make his way up. But these guys have pretty much separated. We got K-Rob and Estes within striking distance. Hewitt quite a bit behind Kelly. So again, I keep going back to him, but shout out to the Boots House Cowie rider on the 284. Riding really strong here in the second moto. Second fastest in qualifying and is absolutely showing. He's showing speed, maybe not second place in quali speed, but all the credit to him. It's hard to put it together in the motos. Sometimes easier for people to run a lap. So, BK on the BH Cowie. Pietro, Carnine. Carnine has gone back to third. Cunningham up into second. So the 992 into P2 with a 212 last lap. Carnine at 223. So this track still getting some of these top AM guys. Very easy to do. But Tristan Judd up to a 33.5 second lead with 3 to go. So, oh, rider down in the back. Not good. Hate to see it. Judd, though, looking good out front, doing what he needed to do. Kelly, he's got Hewitt behind him now. Estes, K-Rob, Briggs, and then Bednar. Bednar is still in 10th. So, I don't know. There's a chance. Good chance he gets to Briggs. Briggs has just got to ride his own race. Try and stay clean here. But Bednar is on the charge. And there's Smith, Jorgensen, Stonier, Raffiani, Jaski, Harn, Fowler, Scheffler. Your race host is in 18th, 19th, A-Raj, Austin Rogers. And battle for 20th and 21st between Schmidt and Bernard. Bernard's going to get the spot. That's an extra point. Schmidt, 1 point on the board now here in Moto number 2. Moyle right there to try and get a point if he can. Cottrell, wow, really gone from not too great to just absolutely atrocious. So no points looking like for him. Colton Adams, who somehow got into the second motos. I'm assuming because we did not have 40 riders. Paleologos, Relish, Matt Bauer is just now getting lapped actually by your leader. 2 to go. Gap is 30 seconds, so gap closed a little bit, but obviously nothing too detrimental. And Carnine has gotten back around Cunningham. So I am missing all the passes. Kelly, Brendan Kelly is into 4th. He has gotten around Ryder Pietro, who ran a 2:19 last lap, so a fall off last lap or tip over for Pietro has allowed Brendan Kelly into fourth. If he can hang on to this, a top 5 ride for Kelly would be incredible. Again, this Boots House team put together a really good program. Bikes look good, setups all together, just really good. They got those FCP engine mounts, so you know those things. They're flexing. They're running good. We might need to get Jorge Prado some of them. That guy Jorge Prado. He might need to be on Boots House Cowie for Southwick in 2 weeks. Let's get him on the bike. Get him tested. But car 9 holding on ahead of Cunningham. Kelly has opened up a little bit of that gap to Pietro, Hewitt, Estes, K-Rob. Again, not a lot of movement other than maybe from Bednar up into 9th finally. He got Briggs. 2 to go. He got around Levi, and Levi down hard. But it won't be enough for Smith to get around. But I don't want to glaze him. Don't want to give him too much attention. I know we got a whole nother, lap and however many quarters you want to say. But Tristan Judd has put on a sensational season so far. Was not great at Hangtown at all. Really struggled, and I was surprised to see him bounce back as well as he did at Thunder Valley. I would say got a little bit lucky with the way that things went for Bednar, or not Bednar, with Car9. But even for Bednar, to put himself in the championship fight the way he has, it's left this thing pretty wide open. The 135, though, has been the benefactor above it all. Chucky, we made it. We got points. Oh, Judd! 23 seconds. And there goes Matt Bauer. So, Chuck, we were in second gear a lot of the time when I spec'd you, man. We were revving out that bike to a point where I thought the engine was going to go. That was, we got to ride in a higher gear, I think, next week. Maybe find a suspension setup, or in 2 weeks, that we could lug maybe 4th around at Southwick. Something. Gap is to 15 seconds. Again, normally this is a safe spot, but we have seen these gaps go out the door so many times so far this year. Judd didn't even go for the quad, straight aired it, and he's lugging that Suzuki around here. So he is just trying to hold on. Car9, he's kind of got everything to lose with Pietro right there. Kelly, bummer for Kelly, loses a chance at the podium, but still in 4th. So the 284 riding really strong. He could get Pietro back here. That is not out the window for possibilities. But let's actually keep an eye on this. See how tight it gets. Whoa, Kelly shot down into that rut. He might be going for it. Here we go. If he can get the inside. Brendan Kelly, he's got a shot here at a podium. Second fastest in quali. He's trying to show that he got that for a reason. Pietro leaves the door wide open. Brendan Kelly is going to go by, and he's got to get around Matt Bauer. He might be like, hey, man, point behind him. Tell him, hey, take that guy out for me. Got to take grandma out sometimes. But Tristan Judd to the line, a 1-1 day for the 135. Extends the points lead. Kelly avoids disaster from one of Judd's teammates, actually. Pietro, if he could get this close at the line, it could come down to cuts. Kelly, how close does he get? He comes across in 3rd. Pietro 4th, and it will stay that way. Brendan Kelly, how about that? 3rd place on the day. Ryder Pietro making his return. 4th. 5th Cunningham. 6th after a 30th in the first moto. Nick Hewitt, Caden Estes is looking at 7th with Ryder Bednar. Wow. Lap Ryder just sitting there. Bednar managing to come back to 8th. I mean, I would have DC'd if I were him. At least 6 times that moto. So Ryder Bednar, 8th place. 9th, K-Rob. Levi Briggs over the bars. And that's going to give Smith here a top 10. He can get around, and he does. Briggs looking at 11th over Alex Jorgensen. Over the line, Smith. Yep, Briggs 11th, 12th. Jorgensen, Stonier, and Scheffler battle. Scheffler. No way, actually. Wow. Jorgensen will move back 2 spots. So it'll be Stonier and Scheffler, 12th and 13th, 14th Jorgensen, 15th Bernard, Harn, Fowler, Raffiani. Paleologos is going after Raffiani. Let's see if he's got the inside. Doolies up the inside. Puts him down on the ground. Will get the spot. Did he? 18th? He did. 18th for Paleologos. And it looks like Cottrell is actually going to get the spot over Moyle for 19th, 20th. Then for Cottrell and Raffiani will hold on for 21st. Yes, so he did get a point. Definitely a bum deal, but Schmidt, Adams, Rogers, Relish, Ray, Jusky, Bauer, Nitz, Brown, Archer, Santucci, Pearson, Fullwood, Carcamaro, Moore, Rebus, and myself. 450 motos. How about that? Yeah, the lappers seem to be maybe not as notable this moto, but we're an issue nonetheless today. So protest Ruger. That's unfortunate, Ruger. Yeah, if you're a lapper, it's easy to pull over. You know, when you're not getting points, just pull over. You know, the off track looks a little bit more. I can give the lappers the phone number to Donovan Keltner on how to ride off the side of the track. He executes it perfectly every time without trying. But yeah, save your demos and put the clips into RF because there's nothing I can do. Scheffler's not going to watch this back. I didn't catch most of it other than the first moto. So, but as far as racing goes, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that might be it from me here. I'm not sure who 281 was, but you guys can all figure that out. Look back into results, try and go in protest. But yeah, some good racing here tonight from High Point. Again, I appreciate everyone that came in, watched the stream at least a little bit. For everyone that hung through the streams with just me commentating, I hope this week was a little bit better than I believe Hangtown. We also had bike sounds, so that's a plus rather than complete silence. But I believe that will be it for me. Again, I know that points don't update fairly quick as far as AMs go. So everything will probably be updated by tomorrow. But yeah, we got a week off, and then we're back to Southwick, and then Redbud to follow that up. So 4th of July weekend. I'm not sure which day 4th of July falls onto, so AMs could be very questionable as far as the stream goes, unfortunately. Got to sacrifice one of the streams for AMs like I did Pro. But again, I appreciate everyone coming in, supporting. Again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Tell everybody. We're on the road to 1K, and we're getting close. We're hoping to get it before the end of the motocross season, if not SMX. But that'll be it for me. And yeah, I guess we will see you guys in 2 weeks at the WIC. So long for now.